BoZo. Since the last time I seen you, so much has been going on.
Yeah.
You signed with the homies from OTR.
Yeah.
Shout out to Solus.
Yeah, for sure.
What made you want to link up with Solus and those guys over there? Obviously, they've been killing it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? Like when you're in the business, as long as I've been, like you tend to see what's lacking and what's not. You know what I'm saying? And I seen the way that the team moves. You know, like I seen how they did a rollout for Lefty, for Chito Ranas and those artists, and I was impressed by that shit. Like
for
immensely.
Sure. Yeah, no, they have like a whole PR person. They got everything.
Yeah, when we have meetings, there's a couple of Caucasian men and a couple of Jews, and you know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's like it's a good mix. You're
like, yeah. You're
and
like,
I'm like, yeah, these
this
motherfuckers
is serious.
Know. Yeah, because everything comes out at that point. Everything from analytics to numbers and all that shit's on point. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. I mean, because you've been like independent for a long time, right?
Yeah, long time.
So it's still like you're still independent because it's still an independent label, but like, was there like something you noticed like just in the short amount of time that you're like, oh shit, like I don't have to do everything anymore?
Yeah, it's very easy because I came in with my own resources and my own resume for for lack of better words. So it was easy for me to mesh that with Solus because he at the same time was making a lot of plays and together we're able to make better plays for me, you know what I'm saying? So, but definitely, yeah, it was dope, dog, because I've been around a lot of my, to say for lack of better words, like my rap heroes, dog, lately because of these guys, you know what I mean?
Like
guys
who?
that, like to me, Hit Boy's always been one of my favorite producers.
Oh,
you know?
for sure.
So to be able to sit in the studio with him and chop it up with him and pick his brain, and his dad too, you know?
Big hit, rest in peace. Free him, though. Free him, Jesus.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah, so free
big hit though.
Yeah, so that shit was pretty big for me just as a fan of hip hop, you feel me?
Yeah, no, for sure. No, that's fucking. Were you able to work with Hit Boy at all?
No, yeah, I'm trying to shit. You already know.
Yeah,
I'm trying to wiggle some, but
get one.
Hell
man.
yeah, I'm trying to get some.
I know Lefty's been working with him.
Yeah. They got like 3 EPs. Did.
I know So's Problems working with Lefty.
They got an EP too.
Well, the record you guys just dropped is going crazy.
Yeah, it's doing good. Yeah, we did that with Hitta.
Yeah.
And YS.
Dope video.
Yeah, dope video. Yeah, it's doing numbers. Well, it's one of them good for the culture type of records, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then we kind of knew like, those are real dudes, you know what I'm saying? From the streets, they got loyal fan base. They're like Hitta's real. I think Hitta's on Kendrick's new album.
Right, he's on. Yeah, he's on. He's on it. Yeah.
Yeah, him and Lefty. So that's dope. You know what I'm saying? To do something for the culture, like genuine. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Show love. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of online. There's a lot of instigators and people trying to instigate black and brown beef, but on some real shit on the streets, on the blocks, like it's all love right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like too. It's almost like you hear people say like, obviously I wouldn't know about this, but I've heard like. You're in county jail, things are one way. Then you go to the pen, things are a different way. So people you might have been fighting with in county jail, you're not going to fight with in the pen. So if you get out, at least in LA, a certain amount of the politics should kind of reset. Right?
That shit. It's the same thing when you go visit the in-laws and when you're with your parents.
Right.
Different politics, different territory.
Right,
you feel me?
Right.
So I mean, you can't really take that shit personal, dog. To me, it's just business.
Do you feel like there has been like a progress made in terms, because when I see like Lefty working with like Jeremiah and Hit Boy and like shit like that, and like even like you working with like Benny the Butcher, do you feel like, I mean obviously Benny's not from the West Coast, but do you feel like the tensions, because I feel like a few years ago when Tyga did the what was that song he did where people were saying he was the video was like race?
What was it?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Arriba.
No,
wait.
No, not Go Loco.
Anyway, Go Loco.
But he did the video where he was like, Ay
caramba. Yeah.
I feel like
it was a goofy ass video. Man.
It was for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
No matter his intent, But I remember at that time, it felt like there was like a lot of flames getting kicked up in terms of like some of the old tension in LA.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's kind of lightened?
Well, I think that our emergence, like our genre, working with so many black artists has made better relations because now it's visual that like the youth is seeing us fuck with them, you know what I'm saying? And it's really on their face a lot more. So it's not foreign, you know what I mean?
Right.
To see black and brown men breaking bread, you know what I'm saying? Now it's before to us, like, before YouTube and shit, and it was really uncommon. You know what I mean?
Right.
But now televised and it having so much reach and it making so much noise. Like as Latinos, we've always been big fans of hip hop. You know, our rap gods have always been black men. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really hard for you to like, how should you say it, man? Build relationship with your idols. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Once you get into this game, like for instance, like you said with Lefty has a lot of, you know, we got to give him a lot of credit for.
I mean, he's on the Kendrick album.
He's been doing.
Him and
yeah,
Peso,
that shit's huge. Yeah, him and Peso. Honestly, dog, like that was a real proud moment for me. You know, as being in this game for a long time. I don't really have a relationship with Peso, but with Lefty, I do. And to me, it was like, damn, like I'm gonna be real with you. I never thought I'd see the day that type of move, that magnitude would happen, you know. And then the way that it happened, you know.
Right.
Usually, you know, the only way the homies are getting those type of records is they gotta pay.
Right. I mean, I thought it was
saying?
just dope too because it was like we just woke up, the album was here.
Yeah, and then if it wasn't for Lefty's ass like leaking a little bit, we wouldn't.
He definitely left some.
Like I knew,
Yeah.
we knew, but we weren't saying nothing. And I'm looking at this fool on interviews, and I'm like, oh my god, like if you go fuck this off for yourself, fool,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But I thought it was dope, like just for Kendrick to like even. You know, I feel like when it comes to like the streets, like Peso and Lefty got it. You know what I'm saying, and like to put them on, to give them that opportunity. I don't know if we've seen an artist of that stature really like put on for Mexican rappers in such a big way like that. Like, dude, TV Off is the number 2 song last week. This week, it's the number 1 non-Christmas song in the country because Christmas music just fucked up the Billboard chart this week.
It's the most. Look, like people are criticizing the amount of his verse or whatever you want to call it, right? And it's like, dog, look,
viral.
That's what
I was about to say. Like,
outro first of all.
For what it's worth, like it's the most commercial thing on the album.
Right.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people are doing shit to it.
Yeah, TikToks and you know, on the streets, like it's a chant that people are saying out of pride.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For the culture, like we're saying that. Those were the moves I was trying to make with Benny, you know?
Right.
But Kendrick's on a, you know, different level, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you're right. Like that's a big move, dog. And you know, I don't know. I think that a lot of people are in their words. A lot of people that underestimated Lefty and, you know, thought he was just a viral, like, you know, weird guy or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Are having to broaden their mind as far as like the talent and what it requires to be in this hip hop game. Like it's not all about textbook rap, dog.
Right.
You know? It's more about like essence, it's more about charisma, it's more about like vibe that you can bring to the table, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's more than, because there's a lot of textbook rappers that are sitting in basements right now. You know? They can spit bars for days, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but they work at, you know.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And as
UPS.
MCs, they're amazing, but there's charisma lacking and there's that sauce lacking.
Yeah,
know
you
what
got to
I'm saying?
have, at the end of the day, there has to be some sort of like appeal to you outside of.
Yeah.
And that could be, you know, and there are some artists who are just so good at what they do.
Yeah.
That like to me, Kendrick is so, like, he's like a recluse.
Yeah.
Like we don't really see him in the media much. He just comes and goes as he pleases, but it's because he's fucking Kendrick.
Yeah.
But he also came from a different generation.
He has a lot going on.
For sure.
You know, like I think that he's carrying a culture on his shoulders, and that's hard. You know what I'm saying? That has to be something that you have to take on with a lot of responsibility, like some that you really have to train for, I would think, as a man. You know what I'm saying?